Hey guys, what's going on? This is Zach Cox doing this Artsy video project for DIG 2000, and we are coming to you live from my rather disastrous room at my parents' house. And we are here today in what could arguably be a museum of its own to show you this. This is Moose Seal Owl. This is a painting done by a friend of mine, Madeline Job, circa 2009, 2010, whenever that was. This is an oil on canvas piece. This was actually a still life of a high relief sculpture she had done out of clay on a piece of plywood, depicting this rather fantastical creature, the Moose Seal Owl. Now, as you'll notice, this piece is divided into two portions. We have a upper portion here depicting the creature mounted on a trophy, presumably above someone's fireplace, since the very reddish dark colors there. And down low we have the creature in its natural environment. Now, the first thing you'll probably notice about this piece is the film-like border around the edge, and this was, according to her, done for a couple of reasons. One was just to unify what otherwise could have been a very chaotic piece. Gives it a consistent element despite having two radically different images. The second was to emphasize the rule of thirds that was used in this picture. Now, this isn't, of course, a perfect rule of thirds, but for those of you unfamiliar with the terminology, the rule of thirds refers to a formal rule of thumb in painting and composition in general, in which the picture plane is divided into an imaginary grid, 3 by 3. And what this does is create two imaginary lines that run vertically and two that run horizontally. Now, you notice this line here intersects the lower of the two horizontal lines. And the reason for this is that the human eye is divided obviously in two parts. So we naturally tend to divide things in half. Therefore, things that are divided into thirds, which our eye does not normally do, tend to be perceived as more interesting. I mean, imagine if, for example, this line was here. The painting would kind of fall flat on this face at that point, but by lowering it slightly, what she's done here is created a much more interesting composition. It really stands out to the eye. In my opinion, it's also possibly symbolic that the upper portion, the larger portion, is the trophy, whereas the lower portion, the smaller portion, is the creatures in her natural habitat. Of course, you don't probably know her, but she's very big into environmentalism and that sort of thing. So it's possible there was some symbolism intended there. If not, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this was just a crazy painting based on a crazy sculpture. And yeah, that's basically it. So thanks for checking in. Of course, be sure to comment and all that good stuff. And I will see you sometime.